Hi, welcome to the Unit 2 test review about ratios and making those comparisons and coming up with solutions to problems on using those ratios. We are starting with a review. This will probably be in two parts, so just bear with me on that. So it says complete each statement to make it true about the diagram below. So if I notice here, if I count it, I can go ahead and just count and see what I have here. I have 3 of the circles, I have 4 hearts, and I have 2 suns. So I'm going to use that information to help me answer the questions below, and I can't seem to get all of it on at the same time. But A, it says the ratio of hearts to suns. So if I count my hearts, I have 4 hearts and 2 suns. So I'm going to write 4 to 2. Now remember, there's other ways we can write that, but for this, I can just write it exactly how it is, that there's 4 hearts for 2 suns. The ratio of circles to suns, we have 3 circles to 2 suns. And remember, I've got to keep it in that order. So 3, 2, 2. Okay. C, it says there are blank hearts for blank sun. Well, remember, I could break these up. I could say 4 hearts for 2 sun, but that sounds kind of weird. But there are, if I take a look, there are 2 hearts for every 1 sun. So I can write 2 hearts for every 1 sun. So I'm kind of breaking it up there and seeing the 2 separate patterns as far as that, or the ratio that we have. There are blank sun for every blank hearts. So we're reversing it. So we're looking at the sun. There is 1 sun for every 2 hearts. So the only time we can flip it is if we change those labels as well. All right, moving on to number 2. It says select all the ratios. They're equivalent to 6 to 9. 6 to 9. So I can do different things with that. And I could set up a table to help me with that, or a double number line. But basically, if I kind of use my table here, 6 to 9, I could divide both of them by 3 to get 2 to 3. Okay, well, 2 to 3 is here, so that would be one that would work. 3 to 2, in order to get to 3 for the 6, I'd have to divide it by 2, but 9 divided by 2 does not give me 2, so that one is not going to work. To get to 12, so if I look at C, I could do this. I could multiply by 2, and if I multiply by 2, I get 12. And then I'd have to do the same thing over here to multiply by 2. Well, 2 times 9 is 18. So 12 to 18, yes, that gives us one as well. The 5 to 8, the only way we could get to 5 from 6 would be to subtract 1, but we never add or subtract. So I know that D is not a possibility. So my answer to this one would be A and C. Number 3. A mixture of green paint contains 4 teaspoons of yellow paint and 10 teaspoons of blue paint. To make the same shade of green paint using 16 teaspoons of yellow paint, how many teaspoons of blue paint will be needed? So I've got all sorts of stuff going on here, and I like to organize myself using a double number line. You might like a chart better, something like that, but just to keep everything straight, it makes it easy to, if I have my labels and things like that. Okay, so yellow and blue, if I don't have any, I've got 0 of each, and so that would be the 0 batches. If I have nothing, I have no batches. But for one batch, it's saying, or one, grouping of the green paint, or one amount of the green paint, we need 4 yellow and 10 blue. Okay, so 4 yellow, 4 of yellow, and 10 of the blue. So that's what I've got. So I need to have 16 of the yellow. So I could double this to get 8, and then I'd have to double the blue to get 20. I could continue counting by fours here, and I could get 12, and I'd be counting by tens here, so I'd have 30. If I count by fours again, I'd have 16 and 40. So my answer to this would be just 40 teaspoons of blue paint. Now, there is another possibility, and many of you kind of see that. We could go from the 4 all the way to the 16 by multiplying by 4. And so if I multiply by 4 there, I have to do the same thing here. And that's how we could end up with 40 as well. So I didn't have to find all of those in between. I could have jumped just like that. All right, second page is where we're headed. Steve rode his scooter 3 miles in 6 minutes. He rode at a constant speed, so it's the same speed. He didn't change it. Complete the table to show the time it took for him to travel different distances at this speed. So we've got the miles here. So this is our miles, and this is our minutes over here. And they put the first one in there of 3 miles in 6 minutes. So here we are with that. So now we've got to see, how can I get from the 3 to the 1? Well, I can get from 3 to 1 by dividing by 3, or multiplying by 1/3 would be the other way to look at that. So if I do that there, that's what I have to do here. So I'm multiplying by 1/3 or dividing by 3. Not sure why that changed color, but it did. So 6 divided by 3, or 1/3 of 6, would be 2. Okay, so that's one way. So now another, so we got to fill out the next one. And so to get from 2 to 1, I'm dividing it in half. I'm multiplying by a half or dividing it by 2. I could have jumped from 6 to 1 and divided it by 6, but it might be easier to just see 2 divided by 2 as 1. So that means if I take 1, I've got to do the same thing. I've got to divide it by 2. Well, if I have 1 and I divide it by 2, if I break something up, I end up with 1/2. So we're saying it can travel 1/2 mile in 1 minute. All right. And then to get for this one, it's saying 3, or the 12 miles for the last part of it. Well, I might look back here to this 3. I could look at any of them, but I know that I can get from 3 to 12 by multiplying by 4. And so if I multiply by 4 there, that's what I have to do here. So if it's 12 miles, it's going to take 6 times 4, which is 24 minutes for Steve to go those 12 miles. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do number 5, and we will see about our time-wise. We might have to break this video up into 2 different ones. Okay, so 4 movie tickets cost $36. At this rate, what is the cost per ticket? Per ticket means for one ticket. So if I have tickets, so tickets and the cost, so if 4 cost me $36, and I want to get down to 1, I've got to divide by 4. So essentially, I'm taking 36 and I'm dividing it by 4, and 36 divided by 4 would be 9. So every one ticket is $9. So my answer for cost per ticket would be that $9 right here. Okay, 5 slushes cost $20, found number 6. At this rate, how many would 3 slushes cost? Well, I can't just do something to the 5 to get to 3, but I can figure out what one slush costs. So if my slushes, if it's 5 for $20, and I want to figure out how much for 1, I've got to basically divide by 5. If 20 divided by 5 is 4. So for 1 slush, it's $4. But I need to know what it is for 3 slushes. So I have 1 slush, 2 slushes, 3 slushes. So I'd have 4, 4, and 4. So basically, I just need to take 4 times 3, and I end up with 12. So if we were going to buy 3 slushes at that rate, it would cost us $12. All right, number 7. 3 apples cost 75 cents. I know that this dot right here looks a little weird, but that's just our period at the end of that sentence. So 3 apples cost 75 cents. At this rate, what would 7 apples cost? So again, it makes it one way. You might think of it a little bit differently, but it might make it easier to know what 1 apple costs. And then I can figure out what it is for 7 apples. So if 3 apples cost 75 cents, 3 cost the 75 cents. If I want to figure out for 1, I've got to divide it by 3. So 75 cents divided by 3 makes it 25 cents. Because I'm dividing it by 3, makes it 25 cents for 1. So 3 apples is 75 cents. So I could double that and add the 1, or I could just take the 25 cents times 7 and end up with our answer there. Wait a minute, I just did something wrong. No, I didn't. 7 times 5 is 35, so 5 carried my 3, and 2 times 7 is 14, plus the 3 would give me 17. I need 2 places after my decimal because of the fact there is 1, 2 after the decimal here. There's none here. So 1, 2, so it's going to go there. And really, if I think about it, if I count by 25 cents, 1, 2, 3, 4 makes $1. And so if I have 3 more, that's another 75. So I end up with $1.75 for that. Okay, this is part 1 of the review. We are going to do part 2 in just, you'll see the other video for part 2 because I am running out of the time that I can use.